All right. We need to talk about that new Boruto chapter because oh my goodness. All right, Masashi Kishimoto. All right, I give it up to you. I give it up to you. Boruto is him. So the new chapter for the Boruto manga came out and it came out with a bang. I mean, everybody is riding this new wave of Boruto that's happening with a few recent chapters and the new turning of events and the new plot points that are coming up and leading towards maybe a possible time skip after this particular chapter and also the ending that we saw at the beginning of the Boruto series proper. So obviously from the last chapter, if you haven't read it, well, you shouldn't be watching this video because I'm going to be really harping on that. From the last chapter, Kawaki did something to Boruto that really changed the game, and that was make his desire come true with the girl that can do it. I forgot her name, Ida. There you go, that's her name. With Ida, she was able to do what Kawaki wanted to do, which was switch places with Boruto, making Kawaki the new or seen as Boruto as the seventh Hokage's son, as Naruto's son through the whole Hidden Leaf Village, while Boruto is seen as a rogue ninja, as a traitor, as a ninja that was taken in by Naruto and adopted per se. So basically, they switched spots. Kawaki did this in order to actually really just straight up just murk your boy in Boruto. He did this so he could kill Boruto, so he can finally get rid of Momoshiki. Again, I talked about this in my last video where I talked about the last chapter, but a lot of Kawaki's sort of reasoning for this does make sense, which this sets up their rivalry even more because obviously, you know, you get hints of it early on, but they really become best of friends, and they never really have that ongoing natural rivalry that Naruto and Sasuke had. It's sort of like a contrived version, if you will, early on, which is, again, they had moments, but sometimes it made you wonder when is something going to happen that's going to trigger that rivalry to happen that leads to the ending that we saw at the beginning of the series, and this was that. Obviously, in this chapter, there's a lot of good things to talk about. I don't want to talk about everything, but I do want to talk about one major thing that I particularly didn't like, just to get it out of the way. I do enjoy the moment for what it is, but I feel like it could have been handled differently or could have been done differently in a way that made it feel more earned. And so, yeah, I'm talking about Sarada. I'm talking about when she talks to Sasuke and she's trying to convince him that, hey, Boruto's not who you think he is, and Kawaki is not who you think he is. And she's obviously the one that wasn't affected by Ida's technique, which we saw a few chapters ago. Ida was not enthralling Sarada and the other girl, I forgot her name, but she's a class rep. Sarada and the class rep were unaffected by Ida's power. And so obviously when Ida changes everything, they were also unaffected from that event. And so Sarada knows who Boruto really is and knows who Kawaki really is, while everyone else is thinking that they're the other, they're flipped. So Sarada's trying to convince Sasuke. She's trying to be like, hey, Pops, don't be out there trying to kill this blonde-haired boy. That boy's not who you think he is. Don't kill him. That's my boyfriend. And in the process, she gets really sad because she realizes what happened, and she realizes, I guess it all hits her in the moment, and her emotions get the best of her. And as a final-ditch effort to convince her father, she opens her eyes, and Sasuke looks down, and he's like, oh, crap. Is that the Mangekyo Sharingan? And yeah, Sarada has the Mangekyo Sharingan now because I guess some of emotions that she had based on Boruto. I give, yeah. Again, this is my major downside of the chapter. I don't really agree with Sarada getting the Mangekyo, especially this early. I know Kakashi developed it early on, but it wasn't this early. And I know that, well, I take that back. Kakashi did kind of develop it when Obito developed it at the same time when they had that moment with Rin. So maybe it, but I feel like this emotional impact that hit Sarada is not the same as what Kakashi felt, or it's not the same as what even Sasuke felt when he got the Mangekyo Sharingan. Like this type of stuff, I don't think warrants her getting the Mangekyo, but obviously Kishimoto feels like this does, so maybe it does, and maybe I have to go with it. I don't like it. I feel like maybe there should have been something else that happened. Maybe she tried to defend Boruto and Sasuke was trying to stop her, and through that she does it maybe, or like just another event happens and maybe she gets it later on in the future. I don't know. I just haven't, to be honest, I just feel like I haven't seen Sarada do much in the manga other than like some few fighting scenes that she has with Team 7. Other than that, she is a strong character, but I feel like in the anime she's explored a little bit more. Same thing with Mitsuki. I think they're explored a little bit more, and the manga sort of tries to assume that a lot of us are watching the anime, so they kind of just add on these forms and these new techniques and these things in order to like sort of progress the story. But I feel like they should not rely on the anime. I feel like they should just create their own version of it, kind of like what Dragon Ball Super does, because then you don't have to like worry too much about like expecting people to know certain knowledge when maybe they don't. But with going back to Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan, which I guess, look, in the bigger sets of things, I know everything's moving really fast. The pacing of this is going really fast to set up that time skip. That time skip with Boruto gets a lot stronger and he starts learning new jutsu, probably Shinjutsu. I don't know. We shall see. But that's definitely one of the downsides, is Sarada unlocking her Mangekyo just didn't make sense in my brain. I just felt like, girl, really, over a boy? He ain't even dead. Boruto ain't even dead. And all of a sudden she's just like, Mangekyo. Like, I'm just like, girl, why? But that's really about the only negative I have with the chapter. I actually really enjoyed the chapter regardless. Again, it ends on a note of Boruto getting on his bootstraps, putting his belt on and saying, hey, I'm the main character of this whole thing, man. So if my pops could do it back in the day, that means I could do it now. And I loved seeing that, man. I finally feel like Boruto is set up to be the main character that he should be, because early on it felt like he was sort of like outdone by Momoshiki, and it didn't feel like a lot of the stuff that he had felt really earned. Felt like he was just overpowered just to be overpowered. But now he has the mentality to go with it. Obviously, he's Naruto's son, damn it. So he's going to be stubborn as hell. And we see that here at the ending where he just says, you know, like, this is what caused, you know, Kawaki to do what he needed to do, and this is what happened, and it's all my fault. I don't understand him as much as and the revelation of him saying that, of him being like, Kawaki came from the mud, Kawaki came from nothing, and I actually had a dad who was a Hokage. I truly don't know that boy. For him to say that, that's a lot of maturity in one freaking chapter. That I just gotta say, there's a lot of character development going on there. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. There's a lot going on in the moving parts of this, and I'm very excited to see time skip wise, because obviously Sasuke is gonna be the one training Boruto, so it's gonna be interesting to see what jutsu Sasuke teaches him, because obviously Boruto knows how to do the Rasengan, which I guess was also technically taught to him by Sasuke. He has his own vanishing Rasengan, he has his own version of that, and he has his own other jutsu. But what is Sasuke going to bring to the table to make Boruto more powerful as a ninja? Because obviously Boruto has to get more powerful, because Kawaki has the eye that Ishiki had, which is powerful in itself. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Obviously Code is still out there. Who knows what he's going to do? He's probably just going to come back for the Leaf Village, maybe go after Boruto. I feel like that would be kind of interesting to see, considering that maybe he thinks Boruto and Kawaki are different as well. But one of the points before I end the video that I wanted to talk about, that I felt like was important to talk about, was Ida. At the end of the chapter, she has a whole conversation with Boruto and Sasuke, and it felt very weird, because at first I'm like, this girl finna go there and she's just finna throw hands. We about to have a fight scene on our hands here with Sasuke Boruto fighting Ida. But no, she just goes out there and she straight up apologizes to the boy. And she's just like, bruh, I didn't even know what happened. I just really like Kawaki like that, so I made things happen. And I was just like, whoa, like that just makes Ida feel also like a three-dimensional character, but because it doesn't just make her feel like, okay, she understands her power. She doesn't. And so a lot of the times she doesn't know what's going on. And I actually enjoy her way of going to that and being like, hold on. I think I did something wrong here. So she goes herself to Boruto and apologizes. And she says, bro, I think I did something that maybe I wasn't meant to do. And then Boruto's like, nah. You did what Kaoki wanted to do. It is what it is. You can't go back. You can't change it. It is what it is. Even though I think realistically, if she really wanted to, she could go back and change it. She could just poof and go back and just make Boruto's desire come true. That's also one of the things I don't like about Ida's power. Her Shinjutsu just feels like so overpowered in some ways that doesn't make sense plot wise. Because again, like I you can pick holes at it and you can be like, well, the hell, that means they could have just been like, Ida, just reverse this. Obviously, I don't think she's gonna agree with it, but I mean, like, it's a possibility that they could have done. But anyways, she apologized to Boruto. Sasuke doesn't know what the fuck's going on, but he assumes that, because his daughter said, hey, help Boruto, help this guy out that you think is Kawaki, but really is Boruto. Please, father. And obviously he's gonna listen to his daughter because, I mean, that's his blood. And if blood is saying, Dad, this isn't what's going on, Sasuke's not stupid. He's gonna be like, I don't trust you. But that's my daughter, so you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta listen to her. Which also makes a lot of sense. I thought Sasuke was just gonna be not affected by it, but see him affected and see a way plot-wise really fast actually to bring Sarada into the fold was really interesting. I was hoping to see Sarada go with Boruto. Maybe they were gonna train together so that when they come back, Sarada comes back with the Mangekyo. That would have been cool. That's how I thought they were going to give her the Mangekyo Sharingan instead of just her emotions having it. But yeah, overall, the chapter was really solid. There's a lot more, obviously, that I could talk about. A lot more that you could go in depth about. I just want to talk about those main talking points because I believe also it's going to be on a break, on a 3-month hiatus. I think 3 months, which is a long time. So we might be dealing with a time skip here in the sense that we'll go into Boruto older. I really kind of do hope that if we do get a time skip, they don't ignore whatever Boruto learns. And we see whatever Code's going to do, because a time skip kind of like assumes that Code doesn't exist for a while and he just lays dormant, which I just, for his character, doesn't feel, I feel like since he already got the 10 tails out and dispersed him, that he would just go straight after the Hidden Leaf Village, right? Like, that just seems logical. But I don't know. Maybe he's still going to wait longer to try to get stronger. Who knows? Things are up in the air. There's a lot of questions to be had. We're going to be in a break, so I might not be able to do any Boruto content. So be sure to like the videos so that maybe I come back with another video, maybe Naruto related. Minato did just recently win the 20th anniversary voting thing where we vote for the character that we like the most, and Minato won, which, by the way, if you want to see my video on talking about that, I'll link that at the end of this one. But like I said, I have nothing else to say, so I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna shut up and I'm just gonna let you guys just click on any of these 2 videos that pop up right when I'm done speaking.